All right, let's dive into packing for a European adventure. We're going deep with Angie Kunze's blog post today.
Travel Essentials Europe. Complete guide, everything you need to pack.
Quite a title. It's packed with tips.
Literally. All about packing light, but smart. Not missing those critical things.
Finding that sweet spot. So where do we even begin with packing for a whole continent?
Angie starts strong with the personal item,
Makes sense. What we keep close.
those must-haves. Now, most folks think backpack,
Right, the go-to.
but Angie's choice, it's a bit unexpected.
Lay it on me.
A diaper bag.
A diaper bag, seriously.
I know, right? But hear her out. All those compartments,
You see where she's going with this?
organized chaos. Keeps those essentials right where you need them.
And easy to find. I can't tell you how many times I've rummaged for my passport.
In the black hole of my bag. So speaking of essentials,
What's on Angie's A-list for the personal item?
documents. She's super thorough about those.
As she should be. Those are the things you do not want to mess up.
Exactly. Passport first and foremost.
Of course.
But not just any passport. It's got to be valid for at least 6 months.
6 months beyond the trip.
Beyond the trip. A lot of people don't realize that.
Yeah, good catch. So that's definitely something to double check before you even book that flight.
Absolutely. And then any visas you might need.
Depending on where you're going, how long you're staying.
All of the specifics. Oh, and I almost forgot. There's a new travel requirement coming for Europe.
Yeah, you mentioned that earlier. What was it called again?
INTIAS, the European Travel Information and Authorization System. It kicks in 2025.
So not for this trip, but good to know for the future.
Exactly. Basically, it's pre-travel authorization for folks who don't need a visa.
Kind of like the EAST for the U.S.
You got it. Online application, some basic info, small fee, approved, you're good to go.
Multiple entries, 3 years. Not too bad.
Nope. All about security, managing borders.
Gotcha. So documents, visas, this new ETIAS thing. What else?
Copies of all your important stuff.
Digital copies, I assume.
Digital and e-paper. Angie's a believer in backups.
It's like the Boy Scout motto, be prepared.
Right. Because technology can be fickle, phones die, Wi-Fi's spotty.
Cloud storage fails you.
Paper never crashes. At least, not that dramatically.
I can see that. It's that old saying, 2 is 1 and 1 is none.
Exactly. Never hurts to be extra prepared, especially in a foreign country. Angie's got this story about a missing contact lens case in Germany.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. You never think about those tiny things until you need them.
And then it's a scramble. Travel-size first aid kit,
The unsung hero of many a trip.
extra pair of underwear,
Always a good call.
those tiny toiletries we take for granted.
Yeah.
Toothbrush, toothpaste.
You know, those are the things I always forget.
Right. Easy to overlook.
Yeah.
But Angie's a big believer in being ready for anything.
I like that mindset. Oh, and she mentions a travel notice with your bank.
Oh, that's a good one. A lot of people skip that step.
What exactly is it?
Basically, you're telling your bank, hey, I'm going to be in these places.
Spending money in a different country.
Right, so don't freak out and block my cards.
Makes sense. Don't want to get flagged as suspicious activity.
Exactly. You can usually do it online, through their app, or give them a call. Quick and easy.
So much better than having your card declined in the middle of buying souvenirs.
Talk about a vacation buzzkill.
For sure. Okay, so we've got our documents sorted, banks in the loop.
Emergency underwear packed.
Anything else money-wise we should keep in mind?
Angie recommends 2 credit cards. Ideally, one with no foreign transaction fees.
Yeah, those can really add up.
They sure can. And a debit card for ATM withdrawals.
Local currency, always handy.
It's all about having options, right?
Multiple ways to pay, just in case.
Speaking of being prepared, Angie has this little trick she uses for her personal item.
I'm intrigued. Tell me more.
She's all about digital organization, but she also carries a physical folder.
A physical folder in this day and age.
I know, right? Old school, but effective. Keeps all her travel documents together.
Passports, boarding passes, confirmations.
Everything in one place. Easy to access, no rummaging.
Love it. It's like a travel command center.
Exactly. Organized, efficient, and a little bit nostalgic, which I find quite charming.
Me too. Okay, so we've got our documents, our finances, and our emergency contact lens case.
Don't forget those medications.
Oh, right. Especially important if you're on any prescriptions.
Angie suggests carrying enough for a few extra days, just in case of delays,
Smart thinking. And maybe a printout of the prescription list.
especially if you don't have the original bottles. Helpful for custom.
Or if you need a refill while you're traveling, good point. All right, personal item, check. Now, the big question,
Age-old debate.
carry-on or checked baggage, what's Angie's take?
She's team carry-on all the way, especially for Europe.
Why is that?
Well, think about those European cities. Cobblestone streets, narrow train aisles,
Tiny little elevator?
hauling a massive suitcase through all that. Nightmare fuel.
I can imagine. Angie tells a story about battling a 28-inch suitcase.
Vowing never again. She learned the hard way.
Oof, I've been there. Even just navigating a crowded airport with a giant bag.
It's a workout. But Angie's philosophy, it goes beyond just convenience.
Oh, tell me more.
It's about the impact on your trip. Overpacking, it can actually hold you back.
You're constantly worried about your luggage, lugging it around.
It takes away from the experience. Spontaneity, freedom.
Those unexpected moments.
That's what makes a trip memorable, right?
Totally. So it's not just the physical burden, but the mental and emotional one, too.
Exactly. Traveling light, in every sense of the word, it's like she sees packing as this art form.
More than just shoving things in a bag.
Right. It sets the tone,
Yeah.
enhances the whole experience, especially for Europe.
I like that. Never thought of it that way. But it makes sense. I mean, how you pack.
Reflects how you travel.
Yeah.
Angie's all about mindfulness, intentionality.
Experiences over possessions.
Exactly. And Europe, it's perfect for that. Walking those cobblestone streets, getting lost.
Not being tethered to a mountain of luggage.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So how do we achieve this packing nirvana?
Yeah. Angie lays out a lot of practical stuff. Where do we even begin?
She starts with a simple challenge. The "do you really need it?" challenge.
I need that challenge in my life. I'm such a just-in-case packer.
We all are, right? But Angie reminds us, you can buy almost anything in Europe.
If you forget something, it's not the end of the world.
Right. And think about it. When you pack less, you worry less.
You're more open to spontaneity.
Exactly. And to maximize space, Angie has this trick.
Ooh, a trick. I love a good packing hack.
A packable duffel bag. For the return trip.
Ooh, those fold-up ones.
Yep. Fills with dirty clothes, turns it into a carry-on.
Genius. More room for souvenirs.
Exactly. Okay, so less is more. But how do we actually pack light?
Right, getting down to the nitty-gritty.
Layering. Angie swears by it.
Yep.
Long sleeve shirts, light sweaters, waterproof jacket.
So you're prepared for different temperatures without the bulk.
Exactly. And she breaks it down by season.
Makes it less overwhelming. Summer, that's easy enough.
Shorts, t-shirts, dresses, a light jacket for the evenings.
What about winter? That's trickier.
Layers, layers, layers. Thermal underwear, fleece, packable down coat, gloves.
Scarf, hat. Yeah, I can see how that would all fit if it's the packable kind.
Right. And those shoulder seasons, spring and fall, it's about finding that balance.
Long sleeve shirts, sweaters, medium weight jacket.
Yep. Versatile pieces you can mix and match.
Makes sense. And shoes. Gotta have the right footwear.
Comfortable and versatile. And she's all
Okay.
about those.
Walking all day, then out to dinner. Gotta have shoes that can do both.
Exactly. And here's a quirky one. Angie packs a top sheet.
A top sheet? Why?
Hot sleepers unite. They're not common in Europe. So if you overheat easily,
Bringing your own can make a world of difference.
huge impact on sleep, comfort.
Those little things, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so layers, versatile pieces. Angie's got this philosophy about a money belt. Now, I've never used one. Are they worth it?
If you want extra security, especially in crowded areas, they're great. Keeps your valuables hidden.
Pickpockets, be gone.
Exactly. Under your clothes, discreet, out of sight.
What about fanny packs? Those are back in style.
They are. But Angie prefers the money belt. More discreet, safer for documents, cash.
I can see that. Less of a target, peace of mind.
Right. And speaking of being prepared, Angie has this little warning about luggage allowances.
Ah, the dreaded airline restrictions.
This way, those budget airlines within Europe, they can be strict.
Cheese galore.
Don't even try to push it with a bag that's just a smidge over.
Nope, they'll catch you. Stick to the guidelines.
Better safe than sorry. Okay, moving on to more of Angie's packing wisdom.
Hit me with it.
Packing cubes. They're a game changer.
I've seen them everywhere online. But do they really work?
They're great for organization. Little compartments for your stuff.
Clothes, shoes, toiletries. It's like a mini dresser in your suitcase.
Exactly. And they compress your clothes, saving space.
So what's better, packing cubes or rolling?
Angie's a roller. Thinks she can fit more that way.
I've done both. Rolling does seem to work wonders for jeans, sweaters.
It does.
Ugh.
But if you're a folder, Angie suggests laying clothes flat.
Like building a lasagna.
Exactly. Distributes weight evenly. Prevents wrinkles.
I like that visual. It's all about finding what works for you.
Right. And don't underestimate the power of clear plastic bags.
You mean those quart-sized ones from airport security?
Those. Angie uses them for everything. Shoes, dirty laundry, separating clothes.
Keeping things contained prevents those suitcase explosions.
Exactly. Nobody wants their clothes all over the hotel room.
Speaking of which, what about the suitcase itself? Hard-sided or soft-sided?
Angie leans towards hard-sided.
Mm-hmm.
Durability, protection. Good for checked bags.
Taking a beating from baggage handlers?
Right. But she acknowledges soft-sided can be more flexible.
Squeezing into tight spots, that's key in Europe.
Exactly. And don't forget about the weight of the suitcase itself.
Nobody wants to be lugging a heavy bag through train stations.
And up those stairs in old buildings. And, of course, luggage tags.
Crucial. Clearly labeled, just in case your bag goes astray.
You know what strikes me about Angie's whole approach?
It goes beyond just packing tips, right?
It's about the connection between packing and truly experiencing a place.
How overpacking can create stress, anxiety.
The opposite of what you want on vacation.
Totally. Weighed down with stuff, less likely to be spontaneous.
Miss those unexpected adventures.
Exactly. Angie's all about prioritizing experiences over things.
Being present, connecting with people, places, making memories.
And that's what travel is all about, right? It really is. Like she's giving us permission to let go of that need to control everything.
To embrace the unknown. And Europe's perfect for that.
It is. Those winding streets, charming cafes.
You stumble upon a hidden courtyard.
Exactly. It's about discovery, not sticking to a rigid itinerary.
And when you're not lugging around a ton of stuff,
You're more free to explore, wander.
get a little lost, maybe.
Exactly. So it's physical lightness, but also mental lightness.
Being present, not worried about what you packed or didn't pack.
And Angie talks about how that opens up space for new experiences.
Unexpected encounters, those are the moments that stick with you.
Totally. So it's not just about what's in our suitcases.
It's what's in our minds, too. Curiosity, a sense of adventure,
Openness, being ready for anything,
embracing those detours, those little hiccups.
because those often become the best stories.
They do. And when you're traveling with that
A
mindset,
little rain, a missed train, it's not a disaster.
it's just part of the adventure.
Exactly. So Angie's packing philosophy,
It reflects her whole approach to travel.
prioritizing experiences, connections,
Personal growth over material things.
which is so refreshing in a world that's all about consuming more,
Angie reminds us, sometimes the most fulfilling experiences.
come from simplifying, stripping away the excess
Focusing on what truly matters. It's about creating space
in our luggage and in our lives.
for those unexpected moments of joy, connection.
Discovery, and that's powerful.
It is. It's about remembering travel isn't just about checking things off a list.
It's about opening ourselves up to new possibilities.
Letting ourselves be transformed by the journey.
Beautifully put. So as we wrap up this deep dive into Angie's guide,
Remember, packing, it's a personal thing.
what works for one person might not work for another.
Exactly. Take Angie's advice as a starting point.
A framework. Adapt it to your needs, preferences, travel style.
It's about finding that sweet spot,
Yeah,
being prepared,
but also open to the unexpected.
packing the essentials but leaving room for serendipity.
I love that. So for all you adventurers out there,
Planning your European escapes.
we'll leave you with this question to ponder.
What one item not mentioned in Angie's guide?
Would you consider essential for your trip?
Think about it. What truly matters to you when you travel?
Maybe it's a journal, favorite book, a special memento.
Whatever it is, share it with us on social media with a friend.
Let's keep the conversation going. Happy packing, everyone.
Bon voyage. And may your journeys be filled with those unexpected delights.
Those are the best kind.